Welcome to another episode of Gardener Tech Stuff, where we're going to be looking at the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 4, not the 4S, the 4. Now, I know that the iPhone 5 has been out for 4 months now, I think, so most of the stuff's already been covered, so I'm not going to go into too many details about, new processors and whatnot. But I'm going to run a couple of speed tests. So first up, I'm going to shut these both down, and somewhere on the screen somewhere you should see, just turn them both on at the same time and see how long it takes each of them to start up and get to the lock screen. And I'll leave that running in the corner, and it's a pretty obvious result. So first there is the size difference, which actually isn't that much. The height is only slightly more. The difference is the black section at the top and bottom of the screen has been made smaller. It's quite a bit thinner that way, and it's also much lighter. Even though it's a bigger phone, it's way lighter than the iPhone 4. It's also got a much nicer texture with this, I think it's a metal back, rather than the glass, which becomes warm and is quite sort of sticky, whereas this is nice and smooth. What else? So the screen, if you're holding it in your hand, you can still reach all 4 corners of the screen, as you could do with the iPhone 4. Now, time for a few more speed tests. I'll just leave these running in the corner. We got starting up Temple Run 2, which is a fairly graphics demanding, whatever. It demands a lot of power, so it's quite slow on the iPhone 4, as you will see now. What else have we got? Starting up Need for Speed Most Wanted. That one should run along soon. You can see the results of those. And a good test to do comparing phones is how long it takes when you start up the camera app, how long it takes until you're ready to take a photo. Being a photographer, I like to use my phone for taking photos. iPhone 4 is mine, 5 is my brother's, so the iPhone 4 is quite slow for loading the camera app, as you should see fairly soon. The iPhone 5, however, on the other hand, is very speedy with the new A6, I think it's A6 processor. What else? New boxes. So with the iPhone 4 we got a white box, and with the iPhone 5 we get a black box. Not very important, but it's the little things that count. Chargers. So with the iPhone 5 we have the newly introduced lightning cable for charging, as opposed to the old charger which has been around since the first iPod, I think. Don't quote me on that. But finally, since it's gone from an analog input to a digital input, we no longer have to faff around trying to put the connector in the right way up, as the digital one can go in either way, which is pretty handy. We've got a few layout changes, so the 3.5mm jack has gone from the top to the bottom, and this is sneaky, on the back between the camera and the flash there's a tiny little microphone. What that does is when you're using speakerphone, talking to someone, that microphone records background noise and then cancels that out, so that even if you're in a fairly noisy environment and you're on speakerphone, the person on the other end should get a better conversation. They should just be able to hear you rather than everything that's going on around you, which the iPhone 4 does not have. Other than that, the edges have turned to black, which I like. I think it looks really nice. Slimmer. Yeah, I think that just about wraps it up for this video, I think. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe for more computer techie videos. Thanks.